ever wanted something so bad? You basically waited days, months, sometimes years, and you invested your whole being into that thing. You really wanted to work out, or you really wanted a person so bad, or whatever that is, you would desperately, underline desperately want it to happen. And it didn't happen. Until one day, you decide to yourself, screw this. I don't care. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't happen, I gave up already. I don't care if it worked out or not. It's too much investment in me. I don't care. And then, boom, that thing that you wanted so bad actually happened. Okay, what the hell then? Why I had to be aggravated for so long for this to happen? Did I have to really give up on it for it to work out? Yep. That's called, my friend, detachment. Being detached from the results. And that's what we're going to be exploring today. Let's do it. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Diana, and this is Diana Show. I'll be talking to you about a variety of subjects, different things, but the goal always will be is to make our life better, happier, nicer, and more joyful for us and everybody around us. I'll learn from you, and you'll learn from me. And I hope I live up to your expectation. Let's do it. Today we'll be talking about attachment vs. detachment. Now, just let me clear something up. We're not going to be talking about the attachment style in the romantic relationship, like, for example, the anxious attachment, the avoidant attachment, the secure attachment. This is, my friend, is a drama for a different day. That's not what we're talking about here. Detachment is, in general, is not being too attached to the result. Let's break it down. What does attached mean? Being attached, and this is the unhealthy attachment, is believing and feeling in your whole well-being that your value, your happiness, your identity is coming from a person, from a job, from a money, from a social status, from anything that's outside of yourself. Meaning, if you didn't get that job, you're a loser. If that person didn't love you, I'm unlovable, I'm a miserable person. If I did not make that much of money, then I cannot live up, they cannot live my life. Your whole happiness, your whole identity revolve around that thing, whether that thing is a person or goal, like we said, or money or whatever. Okay, of course I have to be invested. Of course I have to put my full emotional being into that thing, and I have to give it my best. I don't want that fire inside of me to go cold. I should not be nonchalant. The thing is about detachment, it's not being nonchalant. Being detached, meaning that you're not attached to something outside of yourself, but to firmly believe and trust with your every single fiber in your body and with your whole being within yourself that no matter the outcome of the situation, you're still winning. If whatever you wanted to happen, if whatever you really desired happened, great, worked out perfectly. If it didn't happen, great, worked out perfectly. How? Basically, if it worked out, like we said, it worked out. But if it didn't work out like you wanted to, you still gained an experience. You're not the same person who started this whole journey. You become a different person. You gain experience, you gain skills, you gain data after all. Your whole life and your being does not rely and depend on the outcome results. You are detached from results. You are attached to the journey, to the person that you're becoming, to the thing that you're building. And that's the difference between attached and detached. Talking about examples of being attached, like we said in the very beginning, being attached to a job, being attached to a certain X amount of money. I have to make this amount of money, otherwise I'm not a good person. I have to get this job, otherwise I'm a loser. I will never have my dream life if I didn't get this job. I will never have my dream life if I didn't finish this project. Basically, you making this thing is the center of your world, and that's extremely unhealthy because it takes away from you. It really lessens your confidence in yourself. Another kind of very popular attachment, which I said we're gonna be like visiting a little bit, is being attached to somebody. Your life begin and end with the look of that person. He's the air that you breathe. He's your whole well-being. When somebody asks you, where is your other half? Say, this is my other half. Very poetic, very Shakespearean, very romantic, and also very toxic. When you put that much pressure on one person, that this person is responsible for your happiness, for your well-being, for your all over life, this is too much pressure. No normal person can handle this, and no normal person should. You are the source. You feed within. You fill your own cup. You shouldn't be waiting for somebody outside. in top of the load that you're putting on that person, which is very unhealthy and very like draining and exhausting to yourself and to that person, basically you're treating yourself as a marionette, like these little dolls that works with a little with the strings. You have no control over your life. Somebody else is in charge. That will definitely lessen your confidence in yourself. Now you're just going with the flow. Somebody else makes a decision for you. Somebody else should make you happy. Somebody else should make you feel good. And then, not only this, now your whole life revolves around that person or his text. Or I text him 4 hours ago. He didn't text me back. I'm not that important to him. And then you sit still, remote, waiting for that person to give you the validation that you need about yourself. Because if it didn't give you the validation, you can't live. You cannot function. And that's what's the problem, is you cannot function. You cannot live a normal, healthy life. Why? Because you're waiting for that person to give it to you. Every shift in their body, every word, every change of their tone, you're like hyper alert. How is their mood today? Because this is how I'm going to be, basing my mood on. How are they feeling today? Because this is how I'm going to feel today. And that not only in romantic relationship, also that applies for especially moms who makes their kids their whole life. Their whole life revolved around their kids, their need, their emotional need, their physical needs, which I understand it's basic for survival at the very beginning. But then it becomes too controlling and too suffocating. You become like a helicopter parent. And when this kid decides to go out and fly out of the nest and live their own life in their own way, what am I going to do with myself? I lost my identity. My identity is a mother. My identity is a wife. My identity is I have to take care of everybody. So what's the story now? I have no value. I have no value. They were validating me. My kids are validating me. My husband is validating me. Nothing is coming from inside. I'm completely empty. I'm waiting for somebody else to fill my cup. This is toxic, unhealthy, and puts a burden on the other person. And especially also, like we said, in a romantic relationship, it gives a very ugly, needy energy. It's unhealthy this way. Because now this person is telling you that I have no life, I have no value. My value and my life come from you. And if you did it to the other person, and believe me, I'm guilty of doing such a thing, trying to bend backward to prove yourself that I am so in love. I'll give my 100% to this person. I will lose myself and identity and everything I believe and I care for this romantic relationship. And every time you lose, every single time, when you use this person as a source of your well-being and your whole existence altogether, you'll be disappointed because he's a person. He's not perfect. Even if he didn't mean to, you'll be disappointed. But if you are filling your own cup, if you are really validating your own self, you're not waiting for somebody from outside, then guess what? This is the relationship that you should be focused on. This is the longest relationship you'll ever be in your entire life. This is the person that's with you from the moment that you took your first breath until you take the last one. So work on that relationship. That's a relationship that you should be validating and working on. Not waiting for somebody from outside, waiting to serve and, cater for every little whim and desire that they have, because that's what validating you. Some might say, I was like, okay, I'm in love and I have to give my 100% and my all. Yes, of course you do. But do not make it the center of your world. You are a person with its own individual identity, likings, and hobbies. It does not depend on the other person. Therefore, if someone you left, which people sometimes do, you're not left with nothing. Then you know who you are. You stand your ground. You know who the hell you are. When somebody asks you, oh, your other half, oh, this is my other half, what you actually telling your subconscious that I'm not a whole. I am missing something. There's a song for Dean Martin. It's called You're Nobody Until Somebody Loves You. Terrible song. I used to like it a long time ago. Terrible song. Terrible. You are the whole person. You are perfect as you are. God made you perfect. He gave you already the value. He already gave you the wholeness of itself the moment that you were born. You don't need it from outside. You don't need for somebody to give it to you. You are not a half. You are full. You are whole full. If somebody comes into your life, they add to it. They make it better. But even without them, you still live. That's called detachment. That's how you detach. You enjoy the journey. You enjoy the relationship. You enjoy the work that you put into the project. You enjoy the efforts, the person that you're becoming, but you are not tied to the outcome. You're not tied to the results. Okay, so what do we do in this case? The first thing of everything is self-awareness. You have to know who you are, because when you know who you are, without where you come from, without your job, without you being a father or mother, without you being a husband or a wife, if we stripped all these labels from you, who are you? What is your identity? What is your hobbies? What's your likings? What's your dislikings? By yourself, you completely stripped from all these labels who you are. That's your job, and this is your responsibility to know. Second thing, attach to the journey. Attach to the person that you're evolving, the person that you are becoming, because there's so many lessons comes with everything. You're always winning. You're winning either way. You're winning if you didn't get what you want to, and even if you lost it, and you're winning if you did. It's a win-win situation. Have this belief always. You're always winning. Return to yourself. Like we said at the very beginning, know thyself. It's your job to know yourself. Come back to yourself. Fill your own cup. Ask yourself, what is it that I am missing? I'm trying to get it from outside, and fill it up for yourself. Give it to yourself. Why am I so attached to this job? Why do I think if I didn't get it, I should be dead? Why am I so attached to this person that if he didn't love me or if he didn't give me the validation, oh my God, I can't even breathe? Literally sometimes. What is that I am missing? I'm waiting for somebody to give me, and give it to yourself. Take your time. Take your time. Nothing happens between a day and a night. When you get to know yourself, it's a journey. When you rewire your brain that you have the control, that you have this confidence in yourself, that you can take care of yourself, that takes time. To have this belief, to, rechange and rewire your brain cells, that takes time. So be patient and be compassionate. Another thing, make failure as your teacher. Make failure your teacher. Nothing teaches you better than a hardship. Nothing teaches you better than your mistake. What you learned today, what you made wrong today, you're not going to do it tomorrow. Look at every challenge that you face as an opportunity to know yourself, to make yourself better. It's not the end of the world. Nobody died from failure. Nobody died because somebody left their lives. Nobody does. You still live. You still breathe. If this person is not in your life, he's not an oxygen, he's not a food, he's not rest that you need. You still live. You can stand on your own. And let me explain something to you here. The universe will never give somebody who asks from a place of lack, because lack attracts lacks. When you lack, you only attract lack. But if you feel abundant and full as you are, you'll have more. As if it's God or the universe way to tell you, you know what? If this is how desperate you are for something outside of you to give you that value, I'm not going to give it to you, because I want you to get to that point where you know yourself, where you know your value, and to know and be certain and trust that your value comes from within you, not from outside. Until then, take all the time you want to. Keep being desperate. Keep like, oh, I want that thing right now. Do it all you want to. I'm not going to give it to you. You are not on the right frequency. You are on the frequency of lack. When you ask from a place of abundant and fulfilled place, God and the universe will give you more and more and more, because you are a whole. You're not waiting for anything to complete you. You are perfect as you are. Believe that in your heart. Detachment is a skill to practice. It's something to learn. You're not going to learn it between a day and a night. So take your time. Be patient. Be compassionate with yourself. It's something I'm still learning how to do. I was not that person a few years ago. I had to rewire my brain, and I'm still learning. And I fall for the triggers every now and then, where I attach myself and my value to a project, to something, to validation from somebody, to likes I get on my videos, and the numbers of followers that I have on Instagram or on YouTube. It takes time to rewire your brain that you are bigger and better than that. If it happened, great. If it didn't, I learned. You are always winning with detachment, and always know that God and the universe will not give somebody who's desperate. It's an icky, needy energy. Don't project an ugly, icky energy to the universe. I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and I hope that from the very inside of you, you believe that you are everything that you need from outside. You have everything. You can provide for yourself the safety, the security, the validation, the love, the value that you need from outside. You are the source. Don't wait for outside. Detachment is your gate to everything that you want and you desire. Because when you detach, you get it right away. It happens before, it'll happen again. It will happen over and over and over. Don't project an icky energy. The world is energetic. You don't get what you deserve on a 3D world. You get what you deserve energetically. You deserve what frequency you are on. If you liked it, please comment. If you didn't like it, please comment. I would like to hear from you. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.